Coming up on News Live at 6, we're taking a deep dive into how DPS is responding to student calls on campus. Coverage straight ahead.
Plus, a marijuana shop is opening right next to the SU campus. Why store owners say it's safe to do business here on the Hill.
And what month are we in? Central New York's been seeing shattering heat records lately. Just how it got so hot in the 315. Coming up. News Live at 6 starts.
This
right
is
now.
CitrusTV News Live at 6, your campus news leader.
Welcome into the CitrusTV studios, and thanks for tuning in tonight. I'm Olivia Maniscalco.
And I'm Bradley Hoppenstein. New tonight at 6, Syracuse has had multiple illegal marijuana shops shut down recently by police. But one shop right near the SU campus is opening and ensures their product is safe. CitrusTV reporter Max Williams visited the store today and spoke with students on how they feel about it.
We grow some of the best flower, and I think we make some of the best products.
A new store sprouts on Marshall Street.
This is really cool that we get to do this now.
A grower showcase will sell legal marijuana until December.
Really excited to do this legally. This is something so new to Syracuse that it's really cool to be a part of.
John Vavalo is one of the owners of the showcase who has partnered with Flintstone, a cannabis store in downtown Syracuse.
And our manufactured products, we got our flower products, and then we showcase a couple other farms. The idea is hopefully we're going to have a bunch of farms in here. So because this was a fast, soft opening, we weren't able to get a lot of product. I think we have a good assortment of product, but we're going to keep adding stuff every week.
The catch, John also owns the long-running store right below it, J. Michaels.
I'm not sure my parents, when they started that store, would have ever thought we'd be selling cannabis upstairs, but you know, it's good. I like the location. Obviously, I think is one of the best locations, you know, in New York State.
The showcase comes just after a week 2 stores down the road shut down for selling illegal marijuana.
Our product, it has to be tested rigorously through, state certified testing.
People have their methods of acquiring their own cannabis, right? And people get used to their suppliers and have come to like that. The problem is the quality of the product.
John says he is confident in the business's success and hopes to keep the showcase running permanently. In Syracuse, Max Williams, Citrus TV News.
And on-campus crime increased last year, according to a recent report from the SU Department of Public Safety. CitrusTV reporter Leah Cohn looked into the report to understand what it means for student safety on the Hill.
Last week, the annual security report was released by DPS. In the report, it displays the statistics of incidents that occurred on campus in the past 3 calendar years. Syracuse University releases these reports to give transparency about safety on campus. Campuses are required to release these annual reports since the Jean Cleary Disclosure Act was established in 1990, and the overall goal of the law is to improve safety and inform the campus community about crime policy and statistics. We spoke with Associate Executive Director Abby Boyle of the Cleary Center to understand SU's annual report and the increase in incidents in 2022. In reference to overall campus reports, Boyle said, "We let them know that it is likely that they are actually going to see statistics go up because they are essentially creating vehicles for people to come forward and make a report." We spoke with SU students to understand if they or a friend of theirs would report to DPS or file an incident report.
I just wouldn't feel comfortable reporting it in a way. Like, if something was to happen to me, I think I would just keep it to myself.
I think, the school really seems like it makes it clear that DPS is one of the first things that you should go to if something like that happens.
Where I felt like DPS wouldn't be able to handle a couple of the situations that I've been in. But in the past, when I've seen incidents that are that are going to affect other students other than me, I would definitely go and report it. For myself, though, it really depends. Is it going to hurt anybody else that I know that I love?
With CitrusTV reporter Max Williams next week, there is more to come on what Chief of DPS Craig Stone has to say on how the department handles incident reports.
The university is reminding students that flu vaccinations are available on campus. You can get a shot through the Barnes Center next week. As for COVID, the university says students can place an order to receive 4 free testing kits. To place your order, students can head to covid.gov/test. The university says it cannot offer COVID boosters at this time due to a nationwide shortage. Those looking for the latest vaccine can go to vaccine.gov for more.
Well, if you're thinking about becoming an orientation leader, SU's new student programs is hosting an interest session tomorrow. The session will take place in Newhouse 2, room 340 at 1 in the afternoon. Attendees will learn what it means to be an OL and how to apply. Applications are due October 31st.
And the Syracuse chapter of the nonprofit organization Sleep in Heavenly Peace is celebrating a milestone. Reporter Maria Ashkar spoke with volunteers to learn more about what this accomplishment means to them.
Standing outside these factory doors, you can see people carrying, sawing, and sanding wood. They're volunteering their time and they're building beds for children who don't have any.
We are the #1 in the nation for child poverty in the city of Syracuse, about 47%. So you think about that, and then all of a sudden it's like, wow, they don't have beds. These kids don't have beds. They're sleeping on the floor. And so that's how we became aware.
Sleep in Heavenly Peace is a national nonprofit dedicated to building and delivering beds to children in underserved communities. The kids have no beds of their own, sleeping on sofas or even floors. The chapter in Syracuse just hit a milestone, delivering bed number 4,000.
We projected that our need is probably about 12,000 or more when you finally talk about all the kids. So to say meet that need, it's, we're doing really good. This is not people that are getting paid. They're doing it on their own time, and we come in here and we build up a lot of beds.
Right behind me is the Sleep in Heavenly Peace factory, and this is where they make beds for kids. I was told that they make an average of 20 to 30 beds a week.
We're helping people, and that's what matters the most. So to know that me being here can help benefit someone in need, that's great. That's wonderful.
While the Syracuse chapter just delivered its 4,000th bed, the organization plans to serve thousands of more children. David Holcraft says the nonprofit's goal never changes, and that is for no child to sleep on a floor.
Wow, 4,000 beds and no end in sight, and that's a great initiative, Olivia.
Yeah, it really is. You know what else is great? This weather we've been having
Great
lately.
segue, I like that.
Yeah, thank you.
It has been pretty toasty. We've hit 80 degrees, like 3 days in a row now?
Yeah, I'm not really sure why I chose to wear a turtleneck today, because it is hot in studio as well, but it is also very hot outside.
It is hot outside. Let's go to Max Williams. He's outside. He's going to give us a little 3-day forecast. Max, are you sweating yet out there?
Not just yet, because the sun is going down, but it has been a beautiful day out today. I was out there today trying to soak up that sun, trying to take in that weather, but that unfortunately is not going to stick around. Now take a look at your screen. This is the storm system that's going to make its way in tomorrow afternoon. Now this radar starts at 8 a.m. Friday and goes until tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And as you see, that storm system makes its way in, and that's actually going to carry on until the weekend, but I'll get into that later in the show. But we don't need to worry about that right now because it is 81 degrees in Syracuse, partly sunny skies. It is feeling like summer again. Now, as we get into tonight, temperatures are not going to drop too much, only to the high 60s, but it is going to be a little humid. So if you do have a fan or if have an air conditioner, make sure you turn it on. Guys, that's all I have for you.
Thank you, Max. I'm not looking forward to that storm, but the weather right now is looking awesome. A vital after-school program will soon be back up and running in Syracuse. Officials from the Southwest Community Center say their program will be back by October 23rd. The chief operations officer at the center says it halted programming due to a staffing shortage last month. It sparked a massive reaction from local parents, but the community center is the only place that some Syracuse children can get a meal at night. The building is also getting over $1 million worth of renovations, including the inside of the gym. When the after-school program returns, it'll include activities such as swimming, dance, financial literacy classes, and tutoring.
All right, let's hit the roads now. If you're driving around the Salt City or commuting to work, you might want to find some detours. Road construction began today on the streets in north and south sides of Syracuse. Those construction zones are listed on your screen right now. Sections of West Colvin Street, North Krause Avenue, Hawley Avenue, and Oak Street will be closed. But officials say the project should be completed within a week.
Well, if you don't have plans tonight and you're looking for a laugh, you've still got time to buy a ticket to see comedian Joe Gatto at the On Center. Gatto is best known for starring on True TV's Impractical Jokers alongside Sal Vulcano and company. Doors open at 6 and the show starts at 7 p.m.
And if you want a not-so-spooky October this year, you can head on over to Long Branch Park in Liverpool. Starting tonight, there will be a Halloween-themed walk inside the park for families to enjoy. Thursday night, my personal favorite, is Dog-O-Ween, where you can bring your pooch in their best costumes. Friday and Saturday nights are family nights, and the event runs every weekend through October.
Moving on to Wegmans and the American Heart Association, they're teaming up today to promote the importance of CPR on the athletic field. Kits were given to 18 community organizations at the store in DeWitt after training. The association says 3 out of 4 cases of cardiac arrest occurs in the home. And if CPR is performed in the moment, it can triple the victim's chance of survival.
Here's a crazy story. Refunds are being issued to anyone who donated to the GoFundMe for Karen Eames. The page raised more than $100,000 to support her, who survived that stunning murder-suicide in February of last year. Her husband, Isaac, shot and killed their son, Troy, a senior at SUNY ESF, and the family dog. Karen Eames was also injured, but she admitted to helping Isaac, who is a sheriff's deputy. She admitted to helping him steal over $500,000 from the Onondaga County Sheriff's Office. She's now sentenced to 6 months in jail. Donors to the GoFundMe should look for an email from the District Attorney's Office. The last day to claim your refund is October 22nd. And police are asking for your help in finding a missing 16-year-old girl believed to be in the Oneonta area. Emily Clapper was last seen wearing a gray sweatshirt that says Old Forge and possibly gray sweatpants. She's about 5'4", 120 pounds, red hair and blue eyes. Anyone with information is asked to call 315-366-6000, also on the bottom of your screen right now.
Very sad story. Another sad story. A man is being accused of stalking an upstate New York woman using his small plane. Michael Arnold was arrested Tuesday as he was driving into a Vermont airport where his plane was located. Authorities did not specify how Arnold was stalking the woman, other than that he had been flying too low in a residential area. He was charged with aggravated stalking, giving false information to a police officer, and resisting arrest.
Still ahead on News Live at 6, the Biden administration making a stunning reversal at the border, what it means for the ongoing migrant crisis.
Plus, Congress is rudderless as Congress reaches a second day without a Speaker of the House. Find out who might take the gavel. Stay with us here on News Live at 6.
Welcome to an excellent episode of Live from Studio B.
You're watching Citrus TV News live at 6 with Bradley Hoppenstein, Olivia Maniscalco, and Max Williams. Now, your campus news leader continues.
And welcome back into News Live at 6. The Biden administration is reversing its stance on the country's southern border wall. This in the wake of a historic wave of illegal migrant crossings. Now the president had to waive 26 federal laws to allow for construction to continue.
The wall was started during the Trump administration and rallied against by President Biden during his campaign. But with the migrant situation flooding places like New York and Chicago, people on both sides are calling for the wall to be continued. Just today, Onondaga County issuing an order to prevent migrant relocation from New York City, saying the county does not have the space or resources.
Well, the Biden administration also rolling out new plans in its student loan fight. The president now canceling $9 billion in student loan debt. This means debt relief for 125,000 people. After the Supreme Court struck down the president's plan earlier this summer, he was looking for new avenues to get that money. This announcement coming just days after federal student loan payments restarted after being paused for over 3 years due to the pandemic.
The president said, quote, "This kind of relief is life-changing for individuals and their families, but it's good for our economy as well. By freeing millions of Americans from the crushing burden of student debt, it means they can go and get their lives in order."
To the latest now in the House Speaker chaos on Capitol Hill. The House of Representatives still without a leader 2 days after Speaker of the House Kevin McCarthy was ousted by members of his own party. The chamber is stalled until Republicans decide on a new leader. The stalemate making history in Washington. The Speaker of the House has never been kicked out in the middle of a congressional session before.
North Carolina Representative Patrick McHenry is serving as a placeholder while the House is without Speaker. 2 Republicans already announcing they will be running for the position: House Majority Leader Stephen Scalise from Louisiana and House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan from Ohio. Even former President Trump's name has been thrown in the mix.
Well, to President Trump now, lawyers for the former president are trying to get one of the cases against him to go away. His lawyers asking a judge today to dismiss his election subversion case in Washington. The case argues Trump was plotting to overturn the results of the 2020 election by urging the Justice Department to investigate his claims of voter fraud.
His lawyers say he's immune from prosecution for actions that were taken in his official role as president. The defense saying the indictment breaks over 200 years of precedent and the former president's actions were at the heart of his official responsibilities as president. In part of his statement today, the defense saying, quote, "The prosecution does not and cannot argue that President Trump's effort to ensure election integrity and to advocate for the same were outside the scope of his duties."
And coming up, are you ready for spring break? I'll have what you need to know weather-wise coming up.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner! Go?
Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there. We're the family. Yeah! Oh, I thought you were on my team.
One in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother,
Yes.
you, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
From the Citrus TV Weather Center, this is SU's most accurate weather forecast.
Welcome back to Citrus TV News. looking at the temperatures across the region, we're still within the 80s, a very warm day out there today. Now, as we get into tomorrow, we're staying in the 60s in the morning and then getting up into the 70s as we get into the afternoon. But again, that rain is going to make its way in the afternoon, shortly after 2 o'clock. And those winds are going to stick around like what we saw today. We should see wind speeds up to 13 miles per hour. And so here's another look at that storm system. So that's going to make its way in. This is starting tomorrow afternoon and making its way in into Saturday. So lots of rain in the forecast, so just be prepared for that. All right, so are you guys ready for spring break? Because I know I am, and here is your fall break forecast. So Saturday, 60 degrees, 90% chance of showers, not going to be your best day to get outside. And Saturday, a chance for some scattered showers, more seasonal temps with temperatures in the mid-50s. Now, as we get into Monday, temperatures a little bit lower, 53 with scattered showers, mostly cloudy. And Tuesday is going to be your coldest day with a 40% chance of showers and 51 degrees. Now here's a look at your 5-day forecast, looking very, very unsettled. Lots of rain in the forecast and those temperatures dropping back down into the mid-50s. So definitely we're staying more seasonable starting next week. Guys, I'll send it back over to you.
Max, thank you. As someone staying here for fall break, that cold front and the rain, that's not sitting well with me. What does sit well with me, though, are these right behind me, some Krispy Kreme donuts and Insomnia cookies. But Krispy Kreme actually exploring a possible sale of its stake in Insomnia. The donut company says it's renewing its focus on its main business goal of, what do you know, selling donuts.
Hey, I'm not complaining. Krispy Kreme acquired a majority stake in Insomnia in 2018. The move comes as several U.S. food companies are facing shrinking pandemic-era growth. I mean, it's fine with me if they focus on donuts, because who doesn't love a good Krispy Kreme donut?
Here's what I'm saying. Open some more locations.
Yeah.
There used to be so many near me. They've been closing stores. I wish I could still get that nice warm glazed donut from Krispy Kreme.
Yeah, well, maybe that's why they're having to take out their stake in Insomnia.
Maybe. Two of my favorite sweets.
Let's get to Jesse over at Sports.
Hoping to put up a donut against UNC this weekend. Syracuse takes on a Heisman candidate on Saturday. So what does that mean for a seemingly solid SU secondary? All that after the break.
Here's to the straggly ones, the lopsided ones, the first ones, the I miss my beard ones. But hey, I look good with this ones. But no way he's grown that in the weak ones. The black, brown, red, and gray ones. That one. The itchy ones. The never forgotten ones. The ones grown by Dad. The ones grown for Dad. The started late ones. The absolutely filthy ones. The drawn on ones. The finger ones. The pin ones. The I nearly didn't do it this year ones. And the yeah, why not ones. They all raise awareness, raise funds, start conversations, and save lives. Because whatever you grow will save a bro. Learn more at Movember.com.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner!
Go. Excellent. Soccer is fun. Yeah, I saw you guys out there.
Jason, let's go see your room.
What do you think? We kept it a little spare, so you can decorate it how you like.
Dinner!
And now, your CitrusTV Sports Report.
It's top billing for Syracuse football on Saturday with a road battle at number 14 North Carolina. Welcome into sports. I'm Jesse Cook. In one corner, you've got Drake May. The UNC quarterback is one of just 20 players in college football with a completion rate over 70%. He's also tossed for nearly 300 yards per game. Hint, that means this heavyweight is pretty dang good. In the other corner, it's the Cuse defense. SU head coach Dino Baber says his secondary can throw a mean punch. So, Coach, what's going to happen?
It's going to be fun to see because they're going to throw it deep, and we're going to cover them deep, and we're going to have to find a way to get that done. But that's part of the game. That's part of our style. That's part of their style. I don't think they're going to deviate, and I know we're not going to.
SU really has no reason to deviate. The Orange lead the ACC in sacks. This team is 5th in the conference in passing defense. The bell rings in Chapel Hill at 3:30 on Saturday. Citrus TV will have coverage from the pregame to the post from Kenan Stadium and here in the studio. Moving to the SU soccer stadium, the Syracuse women's team is still on the underdog leash with a tilt against number 17 Wake Forest. The Orange have been going hungry without a win since mid-August. The Demon Deacons haven't skipped a meal in weeks on a 3-match unbeaten streak. Midway through the first half, the unranked Orange are keeping the Deeks away from the dinner table. Wake Forest has already committed 4 fouls, but they haven't even fired a shot. Syracuse and Wake Forest tied up 0-0. Follow at Citrus TV Sports on all your social media for updates throughout the rest of the match. We've hashed it out in the college game, so let's head to the pros. The NHL regular season is right around the corner, and it's at this late stage of the preseason that fans get their last looks at the talent on the teeter-totter between the big leagues and the minors. For the Sabres, it's become a question of who fits on which line for the major league lineup. They went on the road for a battle against the Blue Jackets last night to answer those questions. So one major decision for Buffalo is where does goalie Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen fit? The answer, probably with minor league Rochester. Goals like that have him listed at 3rd on the depth chart and down in the AHL with the Amherst. Otherwise, it was the regulars leading the way. Zemgus Jurgensen's had a goal here. Owen Power had another one. Matthias Samuelsson had a pair of assists. They've all got their NHL spots assured. The main bright spot right here, Zach Benson, the first-round pick, the 18-year-old, tied the game with his 3rd goal of the preseason, but it was all for naught. Blue Jackets won it with a goal by UPL and another on an empty netter. Final score, Columbus wins 5-3. The Sabres are back home tomorrow night against the Penguins. Moving further east to Jersey, it was a Newark versus New York game for the Devils and the Rangers. And for those Rangers fans, you probably didn't learn a whole lot about your team. New York acted like a lazy feline and a cat and mouse affair. If you're a Devils fan, you saw your first-line NHLers unsheath their claws and take control. Goals like that from Jesper Bratt. He's a first-liner. How about Luke Hughes? Got him in the offseason. Well, bang, back of the net. He's another first-liner. No surprise there. Late in the first period, 2-0 Devils. And if Luke Hughes isn't good, how about his brother Jack, perennial MVP candidate, showing it off with a goal right there. Devils went on to win 5-2. They played their stars, and it showed. That's tonight in New York sports, and that's all I've got.
Jesse, thank you so much. Man, I can't wait for hockey season to start.
Me too.
Wow. Well, when we come back, Max Williams with your Wake Up Weather. Stay with us.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Look at our new quad cam. Look at that beautiful sunset tonight. Just such a nice day out today, but make sure you get that rain jacket ready because rain is on the way. Guys, back to you.
Boy, can't wait, Max. Sarcasm, of course. That's all the time we have for you tonight on Citrus TV News.
Unfortunately, for more of the latest, follow us at Citrus TV News on Twitter or check out our website at citrustv.com.
For all of us here, I'm Bradley Hoppenstein.
And I'm Olivia Maniscalco. Have a great night, Syracuse.
Maybe I will.